Right, welcome back to Family Farm using Riverview version 2 by Cavalier Roy. You're going to have to suspend your disbelief for this episode, and we'll probably several more for this and Blickling. Just imagine we're in a parallel universe where the seasons swap round every 200 mile. And with that, we go over and see the farmer. Alright, welcome to you all. Alright, I've been away for a few days. I got a friend in the village to look after the chickens whilst I was away. They've done quite a good job. As you know, I've been in touch with Mayor over at Blickling, and he did invite me, if I was ever in the area, to come and see him. So I said I was going to take a few days off, and he suggested, look, come over, we'll have a few jars, have a few bevies, and have a talk, and you can also help me with a task I've got. I think that's the real reason he wanted me. He had a shed he wanted pulling down. Mind you, I did get a chance to drive his new tractor. That vulture thing he's got, that was great fun. Oh, how do we do it? Oh, quite simple. I was in the poultry where there's a chain attached to one leg of this barn, and Mia was in the other in his JCB with a chain attached to another leg, and we just drove away and pulled the shed down. That's the easiest way. Now I've got a little bit to do today, and I'll just explain what I've got before we carry on with what transpired over in Blickling. We've got the eggs to sell. Just whilst I was away, the crate filled up. Now I want to check which is which. That looks like the spike there, so that one looks like the spike. I'm hoping that this one is the pallet forks. Yeah, looks like it. And we're also, we've got everything that's now grown, and it's ready for harvest, the whole flaming lot. Now I knew I'd made a mistake when I had everything planted in at the same time. I will have to put a bit of gap in this year, do a couple of free fields, and leave it for a week or so before I do another couple of three, because I don't think I want what we got this time. And this grass is ready, as you can see. I'm going to ted that into hay, and that's going into the hay barn, ready for the sheep when we get them. That won't be for a little while. But anyway, what transpired over at Blickling? Well, for a start, I found the place quite easily. Nice farm he's got there. Feels a lot bigger than I expected, actually. I'd seen pictures on, but I wasn't expecting them as big as they are. Well, I might have to come out a cab to do this, I'm not certain. I certainly don't want to. Whoa. He's got this JCB front load, an old one, but it's a little bit better for use than this. You can actually see where your forks are, but we've got it. Now that's got to go in now. I'll put, because that's got some eggs in already, because I've been picking the eggs up from the little crates, put them in there for me, but I told them not to take the JCB off the farm because they wouldn't be insured on the road with it. So you can see what a mess I'm making of this at the moment. I've got to just check and see where to go. Oh, I took Boris with me, by the way, and Boris had great fun dashing around with was Mare's quaintly named dog. Don't think he's much into naming things. He explained it wasn't his dog, it was his daughter's. Who got him into this green thing in a bakery, by the looks of it. Bakery looks the best bet. Let's hope we can hold these on there. Take it down a bit so we can actually see above it. I could just take the sides off the trailer and put this on the trailer, but that's a lot of work. Then I've got to unload it when I get it to the other end. At least like this, we only got to unload it once. We'll just put my flashers on, my beacon on. Soon have to take this in and service this as well. We'll do that when we come back, I think. We just drop. In fact, no, we'll do it now. If not, I will only forget to do it. The mayor is, it's got religion and it's called going green. It's a bit worrying, really. At his age. That should be better. Check that everything's still connected. Looks like it. Very quick way to do maintenance nowadays. So simple. As you can see, the fields are all ready to harvest. Get the combine out when we get back. We're at start, and I think I'm going to take you through all of it, all the fields, because there's a lot of them. Well, I'll do part field on screen and finish up off screen, but you'll see part of every field. There's something to look forward to. Yeah, the mayor has said he's going green, and he wanted that shed removed so he had somewhere to put the muck. He's going to up the number of cattle he's got apparently, but therein lies the slope problem. He's then got to find why to stop the things from burping. Methane. Yeah. So our nights in the pub, I was there about 4 or 5 days, I suppose, in total. They all sort of went into one after a while, and we ended up every night in a pub. And I was surprised how many different pubs there is in that village. Oh dear. We drunk in about 3 different pubs, and my head still hurts. This is quite a teetotal area in comparison. But he should be, his plans what he's doing. He's getting a solar panel put in on the farm. Once he finds somewhere to put it, he had the guys there to have a look around and see if that'd work where he is. And also, he took, we went out to some of the fields, not his fields, but some other fields, but he thought he might be able to buy to see whether a solar panel would work, a solar farm would work on those. And it would. He was thinking about wind power, but the council won't allow land-based turbines, so that was out. But solar panels, he could. If you think about one of the smaller fields, away from the main village, and buying that and buying a whole load of solar panels. They can't afford it yet, though. He might probably tell you all this himself, you know. But you can shut him up by saying you already know. But I was fascinated by his setup. I thought I had everything I needed here, but a new tractor, an almost new tractor. There we are. That's not too bad, 4,000. Alright, we'll get back. I don't lift that up a bit. I think we're bottoming on something. So he's got the big JCB, and the Ultra. Nice. I sat in it was when we changed the direction of the driving controls. Oh, that was fascinating. It's like a carousel. I could have spent hours playing with that. I almost did come to think of it. But his setup's there. The way he does silage is so much simpler than when I do some here I'll have to do, and it's going to be using bunkers. As you know, we haven't got a lot of cash here, so I couldn't afford to do what he did, but because he said his has been the family a lot of generations, and each generation has done a little to improve it. His idea is to go green to improve it, and I can see where he's coming from. The price of fertilizer is quite high, and if he can cut the cost of the fertilizer down, it would make a lot of sense. What's that we've got in there? Can't remember what we left in there. We're just gonna. No, I better go in, because if I park in the middle of the road, you can bet someone's going to come up and complain. Oh, yes, because that tub there, or container there. And he's talking about going away from grass silage. Got me thinking, but I've got to stick with it at the moment. When we get around to maximum silage, of course. This year, whoa, is it busy talking? This year, because everything is going for hay, we want to try and get a good head of hay in. And as soon as we get harvest in and sold, I'm going to see I've got enough money to buy 40 or 50 sheep. I don't get many more. Mayor was saying he used to sheep farm up until the point when Pat left home. Got too much travelling to the sheep farm and the greenhouses, which we had to look at. Oh no, of course I done the touristy thing. I went round Blickling Hall. I paid me money and went and had a look at the great house, the grand house. I come this way. Yes, we'll cut this grass last, because well, don't matter if we only get 1 or 2 cuts off it this year. Drop this, I might as well drop this back on again. I know we've got some eggs in the other one. No, we can't, because if not, those eggs will be getting stale in the other one. Whoa. I think we hit something there. Out the way, Boris. Move yourself. Move. Oh. Where's the silly pooch gone? That's why I hit again. I can hear you, you silly dog. He likes to play. He's missing not having a companion to play with now. And I'm not. Oh, there he is. I see him now. Dogs are not always the most intelligent critters. My mother is as intelligent as the average human. Now where is he now? I think just around by the corner of the house. Oh yeah, just went behind the post which I bashed into yet again. Here you can see him just sat there. I tell you what, he lost a lot of weight, did Boris. That's an interesting thing. You get too close to the house and the dog disappears. Oh my god. Oh, about, almost half full of this, so it won't be that long before we have to empty this one out again. Oh, don't go there, yeah. Silly hound. Up. Got it. Oh boy. Battle with the dog. Now, if you try running in front of this, can only be one winner. And it won't have 4 legs. Alright, we better get the combine broke out next. I think I'll start close to home and work slowly away. Better check the combine is fully fit to go. I better just drop the front end off here. We ain't going to need that for a while. Although we could take the other tractor. I think we've got the wide tyres on there at the moment, or the wider tyres. Well, just get that lot off out of the way. Right, we'll park this here just for the moment. Yeah, we've got the wider tyres on there, so we might as well take that. Now we're going to need that one and that one open. Don't know really why I took the header off. Oh, yes I do. I had a maze header on, which I sold since. I was fully filled and fit to go. Right, so we start off with whatever's in the 11. I'm going to have to come out of cab to do this. I'm not clever enough to do this in cab. Okay, when I'm going forward, just backwards I'm not so good at. I like this combine too. A nice class 700 series. I'm jealous. Oh. There's no doubt about it, I am jealous. Just gonna check we got it. Yep. Oh, you noticed that? I didn't realise the manual attach had the hose attaching on for a start. That's why I think I done one series or one program when I couldn't turn the plough. Heck, wasn't I couldn't turn the plough? I didn't have the hoses attached. I'll try and come out here in cab. What we hit? Oh, I see. The header. I haven't so much hit the headers. I hope there's nothing behind us. Mirrors are not the best in the world on here. Yeah, we're at a start. I'll come back, I'll walk back and get the tractor and trailer a bit later. We're just about to start with this first. Let's lift that up. Yeah, so we've got about a 4 metre head or something like that. He's got a 6, I think a 6+ metre. Oh. Yeah, yes, I am jealous, and I know it shows. There we are. No, let's get everything undone. What shit we have? Oh, looks like we're ready to go. We'll do a headland, or a couple of headlands, and I'll get GPS on. At least we have got GPS on here. Canola, so no need to worry about straw. I will keep the straw from, was it 8 and no, 9 and 10. I think 8 might have a straw crop on, and we'll keep it from all of those. But I'm not going to bother with the rest. Not that too far away, like 6 and 4, far too far away to bother with. Well, there we are, our first harvest. Oh, now we're going to find out just how bad the economy is here. I'll be satisfied if I can just have enough to pay off the overdraft. We're allowed a 50,000 overdraft. I most probably will max that out to try and get some sheep. I think we've got about another 14,000 we can take, plus whatever we get on this harvest. I think we get quite a way around this field before we have to empty the combine. The strange thing is, over at Blickling, I think it's still winter. Strange dimensional skip we have. And he's got a lot, well, I was going to say, a bank manager who's more willing to listen than ours. But then, but as he said, he hasn't actually got a bank manager. He's got some 12-year-old, that's how he puts it, who's got a computer, who pumps in a load of numbers and facts and figures, and that tells the 12-year-old whether it's to give or extend a loan. I don't think he's over impressed with this modern system. But at least he has actually a bank in the village. We, like a lot of other places, have lost our bank. Went several years ago. Post office is almost gone as well. So I'm looking towards the future. I think we need to get some sheep. I want to get up to about a couple hundred sheep, and hopefully the wool will then give us another income. And I'd like to move on to cattle at some point. But that's in the future, so I'm hoping to be able to afford some sheep for this year. The chickens are doing us fine, doing us proud. We saw there 4,000 for the eggs. And I've got about another 2,000 sitting in that other container. God, this canola ain't half dusty. There we are, cutting it early in the morning. I probably shouldn't really be thinking about cutting just yet until about 10, 11 o'clock time. Just to let the dew go up. But oh, that's the other thing he's got. He's got a grain dryer on there. I feel like that my family hasn't done as well as his. Well, I don't think I can really complain. We have got our own farm. Everything's paid for on the farm now. It's very small loan. But once I'm cool, like I say, I might well have a wander around some other farms. Once we've got harvest done, there's not too much to do then, just a bit of field prep, ready for next season. I will be taking one thing up you said, and that's we will be putting a cover crop into plough in the spring, just before we sow. We're over winter, a cover crop. How are we doing now? Oh, it's 65% full. We'll see if we can go around and get this full before we stop. I'm going to do another couple of headlands yet. I think I need 4 anyway. Shall we try and do this right? There we go. Don't think we'll be able to try and do it right again next time. Just to show those who have doubts that I can do it right when I need to. Oh, I've got the other thing he's talking about. He's got, come the spring, he's got a new hand joining him. I bet he wished now he hadn't sold off the sheep farm. I think he said he still owns the rights to the pig farm, or the piggery, but just haven't bothered much with it. No one wants to buy it off him, so he's just left it there. If it hasn't filled up, next time we're on this side, I'll go and get the tractor and trailer anyway. We probably will use the little one with the trailer. It's only just got to get up and down this hill, hasn't it? And that's the point. I'll use the JCB. I convinced myself. We both use the same type of weights, which amazed me. He has a lot older version than I'm using now. His he can change on the fly. Mine I have to go into the garage or into the workshop to change them. It's a bit of a pain. That isn't going in there. What's happened? That's interesting. It started going and now it's not. Don't tell me combine's broke down. Ah, it's going again now. Oh, I have to go round here again then and those bits we missed. Look at all that grind we lost with the amount of grind we get here, or amount of money we get here. That's a lot of money. Thought that was taking a long time to move above 68%. Oh, well, we've got a problem with the combine, have I? Well, I hope we ain't. I hope we ain't. Can't afford to repair it. My, one of the farmers down the road said that if the worst comes worst, if I need any equipment he's got and he's not using it, I could borrow it. I know he's got a class, I think it's 208, quite an old one. In fact, a very old one. It's a pre-84, pre-94, something like that. It's not exactly going to be state of the art, but could use that if the worst comes to worst. But you will want some money to loan it out, which I can understand. You know, when this went off, just thinking, when I lifted the header and dropped the header back in again, I bet it's here. Yep, yeah, I think it's here when I done it right. Yeah, it was, look at that. Note to self, don't lift the head up. Well, if you lift the head, only lift it using by switching everything off. Anyway, we're working. We lost a couple of ton, I suppose. Could be a lot worse. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to 90%. I'm just going to get it well past the trees, close to this corner. Then we'll stop, and I'll go and get the tractor and trailer, and that will be it for this episode. I think we'll stop here. Lift that up, put the brake on. I will need to keep the engine running. I should have put running back to put the pipe up. We need the engine run just so it can unload. It won't unload if not. But it does look a nice crop. I'm quite pleased with that. First crop. God, it's a long way up here. Good job I'm a young man, huh? This is up to full height. Yeah. Oh look, I left the beacons running. Let's turn the beacons off now. Alright, what I need to do is drop that down, put the brake on, and unhook. That, and put it back on the front end. This really is guessing where the thing is. And I'm gonna guess wrong. I don't know. Well, look at that. That's spot on. That boy's a genius. That's it. Now let's get the wires on so we've got all the lights working and the tipping stuff working. All done on hydraulics, so we need the wires and the pipes on. So I think actually as we're making our way here, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. I think we go around a long way, so we're coming the right ways for going out. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. Always happy to see new people here. I don't bite much. If you've got any suggestions, brickbats, bouquets, feel free to post them in the comments section. I do read every one. I take note of most of it. Except possibly some stuff a certain Scottish gentleman. No, he's not a gentleman. Some of the stuff that Stu posts, I may not take any notes of that. And with that, and I think I will finish this field up off screen. It's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.